Hi everybody, Dean Sweetman here, welcoming you to Tithely Next, mate.
What's going on?
Frank Barry.
Number three.
Number 3.
Yes.
Man, they're going fast.
Most registered event for so far.
So
at every event, more and more.
On the grapevine, I hear we went over 15,000 last night.
I think we're at 15,386. 492.
Something like that.
I'm looking at our events guy over there. He's tracking it closely.
We're so excited that you're with us today. We have got some phenomenal announcements that we're going to make about a lot of our products.
Absolutely.
And you're going to be able to get a great picture of everything that we've been working on in the last few months and what we're going to be doing in the future. So it's going to be a fun day. It always is with Frank and I. I want to, first of all, special announcement. It happens to be Frank's birthday today.
Come on, 28.
I don't know how that happened, but anyway, happy birthday to Frank in the chat. We're going to do things. I just want to bring a word of encouragement to you guys, church leaders all over the world, and we're going to get Frank to pray us in here before we get going. But it's been an amazing year in many respects. I believe through the COVID drama that we've all lived through and the shutdown.
Can you believe it, right? Everyone's like, we're a year into this thing.
Just a year ago, we were in shutdown. And, you know, we've told the story a lot about what that meant for us as a business. We had thousands of churches that didn't have online giving. We were able to help them. So that was really good. But for a lot of, churches, it's been a hard year. And it's been hard not meeting in place. It's been difficult not to. So,
for the church and obviously for all the people and the communities that churches serve, it's been a tough year.
A journey, a challenge. So I want to read out of Galatians chapter 6 and verse 9. Simple, beautiful verse from the Apostle Paul. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. So I just want to say to you, church leader, don't give up. It's been a big year. You're sowing, you're giving, you're doing incredible work out there in your communities, reaching people for Christ, building your church, feeding your flock. Don't give up, because the day of harvest is at hand. And I believe this could be one of the most pivotal moments in the modern church's history as we look towards how we can serve and care for our communities and bring hope and faith and deliverance into their lives.
Amen.
Let's pray.
Let's do it. Father, we're grateful for being able to go live and do the big announcements that we're talking about today. But more so, we're grateful for you. We're grateful for this community of believers. God, we're grateful for Jesus and what he's done in all of our lives. Father, help us never to give up. Help us to believe that, God, you have greater things to come. God, help us to stay faithful and just continue to serve and to love and to shepherd and to give our hearts and our lives over to you and to the people in our communities. God, we pray that you would bless all the churches that we serve and all the churches around the world, God, that you'd continue to do your work and that we would see great miracles come in 2021 coming out of the pandemic. God, we love you. Grateful for all the people that helped put on this event. Grateful to share the good news of what we're doing and how we're serving churches today, and pray that you'd be with us. God, we love you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Love it. Okay, this is going to be fun. So I think right off the bat, we're giving stuff away.
Yes.
Are we?
You always have something special.
Well, I think there's MacBooks.
Let's start off with the first winner.
Okay.
We're getting them texted live to us. So we're doing some giveaways. You guys know we do giveaways every single event. We've got a few MacBooks we're giving away. We've got some great swag. We launched
the swag
shop. Yes. We're 6 years in and just launched a swag shop.
Shop.tithe.ly, I believe.
That's right. And I feel like there's been slides going on and things like that. So we are giving away the first swag item. And this is going to Kimberly Luna with The Gathering, a church in Dallas, Texas.
Big D.
Dallas, let's go. Man, Dallas had a rough go for a little bit, so hopefully this swag brings you some
we have employees in Dallas, and there were a few weeks that they couldn't get online, so yes.
One of them's here, actually made it out.
Big Dan.
So this is going to Kimberly Luna with The Gathering.
Last time we gave away special anointed, never go out of bounds golf balls with the Tithely Next logo on them. We're doing boxes this time. Everybody gets a box. If you win and you don't play golf, phenomenal gift.
And like these always go straight. That's what I feel like we heard in the first.
Look, I did it. So not only is the logo on, but I put one of my golf mantras on the ball too, which I'm not going to go into now, but you'll see it on the back of the ball, and you'll get it when you see it. It's a little message.
Limited edition.
Love it. So,
second giveaway is going to Robert Sharon with Calvary Baptist Church in Harrisburg, Arkansas.
Love it.
Did I get that right?
Hit him straight, mate. You'll be fine.
Hit him. Hopefully you golf.
Okay, let's get on with the business at hand.
Let's do it.
We're getting straight into our first video presentation from our incredible product manager, Matt Morrison, over our people division.
Yep.
And we've done a lot of work. We'll explain a little bit more after the video.
Let's do it.
But take it away, Matt.
Hey everyone, my name is Matt Morrison. I'm the product manager for the admin team. Last quarter, we were excited to release for you version 1 of People. In our new space in Tithely, it was a way for you to manage the people and contacts for your church, including contact details and other basic info. Well, our team has been hard at work, and we are very excited to announce today some very big improvements to People. First off, I'm excited to tell you about relationships. Relationships allow you to associate any two people in your database and appoint them with a specific type of relationship. This could include parents, children, aunts, uncles, grandparents, you name it. This works in an intuitive way where the moment you've said that Jane is Tommy's mom, the system now immediately knows that Tommy is Jane's son. This is a great way to know who in the church is connected to who, so if all of a sudden you haven't seen someone in a few weeks, it helps you to know who might be an alternative contact to make sure that person is doing well. Next up, I'm excited to tell you about households. Households allows you to connect different family units who attend your church. It's a great way to group people together so that you know who is a part of each family. It has great flexibility built into it so that if you have unique situations, for example, where a child lives with separate parents, they can belong to more than one household. With all this data in your people database, we want to let you know that viewing and finding info just got a whole lot easier. We are releasing filters and views for your lists of people. This means you can now filter your people by a specific set of criteria. And once you have your filter set, if that's a common search for you, you can simply save that view to pull it up in the future.
Way to go, Matt. So,
Good stuff.
People, so we have a fully functioning, tremendous CHMS if you want to manage your church. If you're a little bit larger, does a lot of things. This People app that we've developed, who's this for?
I mean, this is for every church out there,
Love
but
it.
I think the key here is it's free.
Right.
It comes with the product.
Free
So
database management.
if you're, a 100-member church, a 200-member church, and you're using Excel spreadsheets or sticky notes or maybe some old school piece of software that
Carrier pigeons.
carrier pigeons, like maybe all your contacts are just on your phone, like however you're doing it, this is a great tool because it's absolutely free and you can pump all of your church member data into the system.
So could I have all my members in an Excel spreadsheet and put them all into People?
100%. Get them all in the system.
Love
so
that.
now you've got it all in the system. You can kind of look up people from your phone, right? You can be logged into your Tithely account, have a list of all the people in your church right there, and you can start creating these like family relationships and household relationships.
Right.
I mean, the church is all about people, and pastors want to be able to see, who's in my church, and then there's a bunch more things that we're working on to come behind this. But just having a simple system that I can get to right from my phone with all my people is hugely powerful.
So I think it'd be fair to say this is the foundation of an incredible free people management system that comes with Tithely Free Giving.
Right.
That you will be able to start to use in a very robust way, and some of that we're going to talk about today.
Yep.
But if you're using something very rudimentary, People is for you, and if you need support help, we'll help you get all your people in there.
And it's key, even if you're a customer that's been with us using giving for a number of years. Think tax statements, So you want to be able to deliver great tax statements, which we made some fantastic updates to.
Yep.
But a lot of times a household gives.
Right.
So the husband and wife are giving, and maybe they're giving under one of the persons, but it's the household that's giving. So running tax statements by a household instead of running it by each individual kind of thing, right? So there's things that are coming even in the future because of these kind of updates that make giving even more powerful and tax statements even more powerful.
Okay, let's talk about
Next one. I mean, let's just get to the video. Matt's got another great update to our people system. So we just launched relationships, households, and the ability to kind of filter and view all of your church members. And we've got a fantastic second update coming. So take it away, Matt.
And today we are also announcing the launch of Groups. This feature gives you the flexibility to group together people in your database in any way your church needs. We know that many churches will use this tool to manage small groups. We even let you set meeting frequency, location, and times, as well as marking a group open, closed, or full. But you can also use groups for any other purpose you need, including managing your ministry leaders, your staff, or anything else that's going to help you out. And these groups integrate seamlessly with Tithely messaging, where with just one click, you can send an SMS or email blast to one of your groups.
Groups. Wow.
I mean, every church on the planet has some version of small groups,
right,
or leadership groups or core group teams.
I mean, just putting my old pastor hat on for a moment, small groups are one of the most effective ways that you can disciple people. Yep. From they start to attend, they've joined the church, you want to get them involved in the life of the church, getting into a small group, now you start meeting people.
Absolutely.
And that's the step before you want them to start volunteering, which is, the gradual great progression. You want people in your church being discipled and growing
Absolutely.
In Christ.
Right. And if you've got 20 small groups, it's hard to remember, who's in every single small group. Right. And so having a system where I can create the small groups, I've got the leader or the couple of leaders, I can see everybody that's in the small group, and I can message those groups individually. I can message
Hang on, talk about that. So groups connected to messaging, which we launched last year.
That's right.
So now I can communicate with my groups.
Absolutely.
Via messaging.
Right. So administrative users like the church staff who's in the back end, or maybe kind of volunteers that have access to the system, can message small groups. So the combination of groups with messaging is really, really powerful. And you can even have leadership groups, like maybe you have your small group leaders as a group.
Right.
And so now I want to communicate leadership stuff just to that group. I want to text them all about the leadership training that's coming up. So messaging and groups work people, all the features you've seen and our messaging tool work hand in hand. So
what about if I have a group of volunteers like children's church workers? I could create a group for them.
100%.
I can message all my kids' church workers. If I have a group of deacons, people
worship team,
ushers, worship team.
Yep.
Groups are flexible to be able to communicate.
Super flexible.
All of that.
And this is another feature that is foundational for some things that we're working on for the next upcoming event in about 3 months that we're really excited about. So this is a foundational step to bring a bunch more functionality to the Tithely suite.
Okay, this next thing is to do with groups. It lives in groups, and it's something that we had on the drawing board a few months ago. Today really is about, and you'll see it, all the updates that we're doing around giving that we're going to get to in a moment, but possibly It's building.
We're starting off with some pretty cool stuff, but
it'll go next level. You watch any second. But when I looked at all the things we were talking about, this particular thing I got really excited about because every single church watching this needs this.
Yep.
What we're about to release.
And does it today in some form.
They're doing it in some form. It's probably costing you more. It's difficult. It doesn't probably link and connect to the systems that you need it to.
Yeah, having your all your data in one place around all your people is hard.
So Matt is coming back with a product that I think you're going to be absolutely in love with. So take it away, Matt.
Let's go.
And finally, we are excited to let you know that today our team is releasing background checks for people. This is a powerful tool that allows you to easily run and track background checks for your volunteers and leaders in your church. You can have your account set up in as little as 5 minutes, and from there you can run all kinds of background checks, including basic checks to motor vehicle history to full criminal checks. We are very excited to launch this and know so many of you will find this to be an incredibly convenient way to keep your church safe and secure. 2021 is going to be a big year for the admin team and Tithely, and we're excited to bring you these great new features that you can start using today. Thanks.
Wow.
Matt and team, there's a bunch of engineers
working on that.
Matt is the product manager. We've got product coordinators. There's there's a whole squad of people back there that were working extremely hard over the last 3 to 4 months
to get that live.
To get all of these updates, groups, relationships, households, new reporting and filtering, and background checks all built into the platform.
So let's talk about background checks for a sec. Couldn't be better timing, given the fact that a lot of churches have been remote, been doing video, not meeting in person. That's starting to shift, praise God.
I mean, people are coming back.
It's happening.
Even in California.
Even in this undisclosed location in Los Angeles, California, people are meeting again. But what happens is when you start coming back together, you've got a region. It's almost like starting your church again. It's like,
I mean, as we're talking to church leaders and pastors,
it's like,
and
I'm replanting my church.
Yeah, there's this feeling of like kind of restarting this thing, which is, you know, in some ways it's kind of true.
Absolutely true. So one of the things that you do, you start building your teams, who's looking after kids. And obviously, when you start talking about children and children's care, we as, you know, kind of leaders in the church are responsible. And so in this day and age, you have to do things like background checks. And it goes like this, church leader. If you're afraid to ask someone, it's a very simple conversation. If someone comes to you and says, hey, we'd like to serve in kids ministry, you say, absolutely. God bless you. Welcome.
This is
Come
what
on
you do
in.
today. Here, I'm going to need you to fill out this piece of paper for your background check.
We do background checks on everybody, just for the safety of everyone and just for the safety of the kids. Would you mind filling out this form? They go, no problem, Pastor. We want to serve. I'm going to do my background check.
Yep.
Basically, a single form.
I mean, my church, right? I fill out a form, and we serve in Kids Kingdom, and once a year, I got to kind of redo the background check, and you fill out the form again, and you just you're doing this thing, and people have to manage the paper, and they got to store it, and
that's
all the things.
So in People, you can simply, and we've partnered with a phenomenal company called Checker. They do the real heavy lifting into all the databases that are required to get this background check done. The initial price point for the basic background check that most
Which is the one that most churches run. Yep.
$8, and it's a click of a button. So you get the info, you click the button, they get the email, they fill out the form, and it's pending, and then it comes back.
Submits it, runs all the checking behind the scenes, comes back, and right in the Tithely People interface, you'll see background check is pending, so it's off doing its work. Once it's approved, it'll come back and it'll say, it's green, it's approved, this person's ready to go. And then it'll tell you later on when they've expired.
Right.
So you know when to come
all
rerun
inside
them.
of People, so you can see all the workers that are involved in serving in kids ministry. They've got their background checks. You're always up to date. You're seeing what's going on, and it's going to be a real blessing.
And one thing about background checks, I'll just allude to the future a little bit, right? Background checks, as soon as you run a background check, the next day, it's sort of obsolete because
that's the nature of it.
Yeah, the person has now lived another day, and you never know what's going to happen, right? So there's inherently a problem with background checks, and it's something that we're kind of working on with our partner to potentially have this way to make background checks much more accurate, much more viable on a day-to-day basis. So more updates coming in this category soon.
But great release, great product. It's going to be available now. You'll be able to go in People, do your background checks. We'll ask you for a credit card on file. We'll run the $8 checks. Super easy.
I think just to, on this one, I think what we're doing, we're launching it, but we're going to launch it to a group of beta users to start.
Like we love to do.
Because we want to make sure it's all dialed in. So we've already got customers in there. We've already got some of our early adopter type customers that love kind of jumping in early. They're in there now. I think we're going to have a few more come in. So let us know in the comments or shoot us an email.
Love it.
But they're going to run through it for about 30 days.
Great.
And then, roughly 30 days or so from now, we're going to launch it to the universe, and every Tithely customer will be able to use it.
And we do that because we have so many customers. Like we don't want to sometimes release products into the ecosystem of 30,000 churches. We like to get some feedback first.
Absolutely.
Right, from some of our
Especially
customers.
something like this, and some churches and people at the church are like, I'm down to deal with, maybe there's a few issues.
If you want to be in our beta test, just let us know in the comments.
Absolutely.
We love it. We just love our customers, and anytime we get to talk to you directly about checking out some of our products early, we're all about it. So throw that in the comments.
Absolutely.
All right, mate. Well, we're going to switch gears a bit now.
We're coming to the big stuff now. So we've been, Tithely was started. We're a giving company.
Yep.
And we've got some great updates to our core giving products. So we're going to jump into the first of those with Therese Tai. Therese, take it away.
Our Tithely sites are introducing new giving blocks. This allows your church to preset the fund being donated to, along with buttons that you can preset the amounts for. This makes giving to a specific fund easier than ever. And if you have that donor who can go above and beyond, don't worry. They can still enter a custom amount and make that donation.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
But this is huge.
I mean, we launched websites a year ago, right?
Thousands of customers on our website
We've
platform
got,
now.
I think, over 3,000 churches using the Tithely sites or Tithely website platform.
Which comes within the $99 all-access bundle.
That's right.
Or you can get it a la carte for $19 a month.
I mean, just, pause for a second, right? Every church should have a website. And,
Please.
And probably 99% of them do have a website. But church websites don't need to be complicated. They need to be great for attracting new visitors.
That goes to our philosophy. Websites are for visitors and people wanting to get a quick view of what your church is all about.
What's it
Apps
about?
are for members.
That's right. And so, but a church website should have, an easy way to kind of have a calendar of events, what's going on, an easy way to show the sermons, an easy way to give, an easy way to plan your visit, an easy way to do church online and do live streaming, right? There's a handful of things. And so that's what Tithely Sites is all about, is a website for churches. And one of those things that every church wants to have done really well on their website is giving. So giving blocks is a really cool add-on where we've had churches for years want to do this, right? And they kind of, we have a missions fund or a building fund, or maybe people are raising money for like a kids camp, right? There are these special things. So being able to put giving blocks on your website that are designated gifts to go into a specific fund for a specific amount, but making it really easy to set up right in the interface for Tithely Sites. Super, super cool update.
Yeah, our sites platform is specifically designed for churches. So all the things that you need as a church, you're going to find very easy to use. There's some other cool updates around sites that we've done that you'll see in there around fonts and this and that and design. I don't know if I just skipped to something.
Did we mention that one in here?
I don't know, but there's lots of cool things going on in sites. So get in there. It's very easy to build the site. We'll have people help you if you need it. And we've had people go and build the website and have it ready to go in a day or two.
Done that day.
That's how we do it. Okay, so next thing that is linked to this, and it melds a little bit into messaging, and Teresa's oversees our communications suite of products that include sites and messaging. And today we're going to release something really, really cool in the messaging department.
Let's go.
Go, Teresa.
As we expand the features of our new messaging platform, we've heard from many of you the desire to be able to set up a messaging flow that is triggered by certain events, like first-time givers. And we are so excited to bring to you messaging triggers. Now you can set up an automated message that goes out to anyone who gives to your church for the first time. Or maybe you want to reach out when someone gives several weeks in a row and invite them to set up recurring giving. With the addition of messaging triggers, it's easier than ever to connect to your givers.
I have dreamed about this product
Visions
for 20 years as a pastor, as someone who loves to see people get on the journey to generosity. Because let's be real, church leader, if someone's giving, they're growing in Christ. That's the bottom line. And so we've developed this, and we're calling it triggers. Don't be triggered. Don't be triggered by triggers, because these triggers are awesome, and it's just the beginning of some of the things that we're working on. But
I mean, I think at the heart of triggers is when people are doing things at your church, you want to be able to respond to them.
Right.
And there's a natural, like, in person and kind of, right, that's going to happen because you just know what to do. But your system behind the scenes should also have some smarts and intelligence behind it, right? So we want to give church leaders a system that can kind of automatically respond to certain events. Right. And naturally, giving being something that's at the core of what we do, giving triggers is a big deal. So Teresa mentioned, like, you can send a personalized text message or email from the senior pastor the first time someone gives.
Just pastor, that is probably the most important thing you do on a Monday, is find who is given for the first time and either call them or thank them. But now you can set it to be automatic, because your gifts are coming through the Tithely Giving platform. You can set up the triggers and you can automatically send it.
And you take a quick video on your phone,
boom,
right? A quick thank you message, right? It's kind of a generic thank you message to a first-time giver. And then in that text message, there's a link to that video.
Right.
And it's this like, hey, thanks for giving for the first time to the church, right? Like just expressing that personal like gratitude and kind of encouraging them, but doing it automatically. Like you don't have to, go into the system or print an Excel spreadsheet and then call it. Like you don't have to do all that. The system can do it. And certainly you can do more after that. But at least this way, every first-time giver. And there's a couple more triggers that came.
Well, like imagine if someone gives a large donation.
Yep.
And there's different opinions about this. Some church leaders want to know who's given the big donation. Some guys don't. I always wanted to know. A lot of times these are business people. I wanted to get to know the business people in my church. I wanted to take them to breakfast and hear about the stuff, the pressures that they face, and so on and so on. If you're not that, that's no problem. But I wanted to know if someone gave $1,000, $5,000, $10,000.
Absolutely.
I wanted to know about that. Boom. Now you can set the amount.
So large amount, trigger.
Bam.
Set the amount. Again, custom message from somebody at the church. Maybe you have a generosity pastor. Maybe it's just a senior pastor.
Yep, the XP.
And you send a great, personalized message to that large giver. Or the third trigger is if somebody's given like sequentially, maybe they've given 5 gifts over the last 5 months or 5 weeks or something like that. You can send a personalized. So kind of the person that now is a regular giver, a consistent giver, and you send them a personalized message. So these triggers are super powerful, and giving is the first place.
Right.
But we can launch groups and check-in and events and everything else that we're working on. Yeah. Triggers are going to play a big role.
Yeah, triggers are going to, you're going to hear us talk a lot about triggers over the over the course of this year, because we've built the foundation to be able to use it inside of giving and finance, and then it's going to spread all throughout the product suite and be used very effectively.
Yeah.
Okay, mate, we're giving away things.
We got more.
It's been too long since we've given away something. It's 20 minutes.
And we need the comments to explode. So if you're interested in a giveaway, if you want some swag, make sure to be commenting in the chat on YouTube right now.
And if you don't get given the swag, you can go to shop.dive.ly and buy the swag. It's we're not making a profit on it.
We got some good stuff. I think there's slides coming up. We don't get to see the exact feed, but we got some really cool swag.
Give hope, be generous. They're just good generic things that make people feel good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
I'm wearing it.
I love it. So we got
some winners. We got 3 more swag winners. First winner, Tim Sawyer from Southside Baptist Church. Congrats, Tim. You're going to get a great hoodie or T-shirt or something like that from the swag shop. Second winner is Michael Cumbers from Maple Ridge Baptist Church. Come on, 2 Baptist churches in a row.
Love it.
And Sarah Freeman from World Harvest Ministries. So congrats to Tim, Michael, and Sarah. You guys are all swag winners. 2
more boxes of golf balls. You can win the boxes of golf balls. They're Titleist Pro V1s, only the best. These particular ones, I've prayed over to hit the furthest that you've ever hit. So some of my golf balls don't go out of bounds. Some of them go extremely far when you hit them. That is these. And so we've got, if you're a golfer, if you're not a golfer, give them to your dad. Give them to your pastor.
Right here.
Can I read these out?
Yeah, go for it.
2 golf ball winners. Pam Huntley from United Churches of Durham. Pam, you're going to love these. These are unisex golf balls. Anyone can hit them. Phenomenal. And then Joshua O'Hava from Lighthouse Christian Church. Oh, Josiah. Get your glasses on, Dean. Josiah, you're going to love these. I'm sensing you were hitting at 240, 250 off the tee before.
I'd be happy with that.
You're going 280. You're going 280 with these. Amen.
Let's go.
Golf ball winners away. What's coming up?
We got a new segment that we're adding to our launch events. So
I'm so excited.
We're actually highlighting some of our great partners. We've got some great partners that do a phenomenal work in the church tech space, and we wanted to highlight a couple of them.
This is so cool. So, mate, question. Are you diamond hands on crypto?
Diamond hands on crypto.
Are you holding?
And GameStop.
And GameStop, no. I'm diamond prayer hands on crypto.
Yes.
Like I'm holding and praying that they're gonna not go to zero.
I did buy some crypto
back in the day.
2 or 3, like fractions. This is like minuscule amounts, just because. But yeah, crypto's a thing.
Well,
and Bitcoin is up to
it's been a journey.
But right
this
now
year.
it's at like
57 or something?
50-something thousand.
Last week it was
for
at 47. Now it's at 57.
Yeah.
I got to admit, I don't fully understand it yet. I know a little bit about it, but I can't really understand
Blockchain.
it.
I mean, there you go.
Ledger, in the cloud, and the blockchain, all of that. But here's what I know. Last week, and we have this incredible partnership with our friends at InGiven. They've built the Tithely of crypto.
And I think there's a slide up. Hopefully there is.
Yep, there is.
So InGiven, ENGIVEN.
And there's the Tithe. You can tithely.ngiven.com takes you to this partner page, and you can sign up very quickly. So we've known these guys for a few years. Great guys.
Yeah. I've
James
known
and Matt.
James. I met probably 7 years ago.
And they started talking to us a few years ago, and they're really passionate, about crypto. And, I was looking, I had coffee with James, right before the pandemic, and I got glaze over my eyes, he's talking to me about crypto, and I'm like, yeah, man, awesome, and I didn't really understand. And he said, we're going to build what you guys have done to make giving really easy for credit, debit, and ACH. We're going to do that for crypto. I was like, James, you go and do that, and when it's done, come back, and we'll offer it to our customers. Right. He comes back a few months ago and says, it's all done. It's turnkey. You sign up, you click the button, they take you through it, and you get this button. So this just kind of happened. Last week, one of our churches that signed up got a $100,000 donation. So people can give their crypto, and converts it to US dollars and deposits it via ACH in 2 days.
Right. Someone can make a donation of Bitcoin, let's say. And I think this is the thing about crypto is a lot of people
made a lot of money.
Right. And there's people that want to give to their church.
Absolutely.
And crypto's rising actually really fast over the last 6 months. It's going bananas.
Yep.
And so, this is a great example. Someone gave $100,000.
It's early.
Via Bitcoin probably. And that got converted into cash. Yep. Into the church's bank account.
It's kind of early, but we love being early on this stuff. And if we don't do it, we find the people that do it really, really well with the same kind of missional heart that we have to serve the church. These guys are that, and they're terrific. They're going to look after you. So if you've got people come to you and say, hey, I've got crypto, I've got Bitcoin, boom, this is where you go.
Tithely.ngiven.com. I'm sure there'll be a link in the chat, or it'll be in the follow-up email on how to do this. So if you want to look at taking crypto donations, InGiven's your place.
Massive. Okay, so speaking of partners, man.
Number 2.
These are good friends of ours. Missions trips per se have not really been happening.
Yeah, this year, obviously, they all got canceled.
No traveling.
But they're probably starting
planning.
Mission trips usually happen, summertime?
Summer, you start planning 6 months out, maybe a year.
Yep.
So as you guys know, missions is very near and dear to my heart. My first 10 years of ministry was spent traveling, doing, building churches and orphanages and food and preaching the gospel. But we've got an incredible group of guys.
Yeah, we ran across these guys. Their name is Full Method. They formerly known as Focus Missions. Some of you may be customers of theirs already, but great partners of ours. We have an integration with Tithely and Full Method, so kind of your Tithely account is used and connected into the Full Method platform. So all of your transaction data is still showing up in the Tithely system. But they do a phenomenal job with mission trips. So whether you're running small mission trips with just a couple of groups or a small team, or you're a large church that's running hundreds of mission trips with big teams, and there's fundraising tied to it and all this stuff.
These guys can handle.
Full Method does a fantastic job of this. So check out Full Method. I think it's the same. I think there's tithely.fullmethod.com, or there's a QR code up on the screen. We'll find some way to get you to them. But fantastic group. Just great guys, too. Yeah. We really love the team. I think that's one of the things about how we partner is we like to find people that we really connect with and that are really serving the church. Both of these groups
they're the only people we partner with. They've got to be as missional as we are, have a heart for the church, and then build great products. Yep. And there's a lot of moving parts when you do a missions trip. You're taking 10, 12 people overseas. There's passports, there's flights, this does coordinate.
Hotel rooms, there's fundraising at times because you got to raise money to pay for your trip, and you're asking your friends and family. There's just a lot of pieces. So you can go real simple, or you can have a tool like Full Method, which does it all, and they do it beautifully. So they've got a great platform.
And powered by Tithely underneath, we get in behind there and run all the payments. So it's phenomenal.
And actually, because of the partnership, I almost forgot to mention this, they're giving away the platform for free. So there's no monthly or per missionary fee if you go sign up.
Wow,
Through
love
the
that.
Tithely kind
Link?
of partnership. Yep.
Terrific.
So you guys can rock that now. Full method. Check out the link.
Love it. Okay, on to the big stuff. We're getting ready to switch gears here, and we're going to talk about our giving update. And there's a few pieces to that we're going to roll out here. This is the biggest change we've made to our giving process, our form.
In 6 years.
In 6 years, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. In the meantime, we've done a bunch of things, kind of in the back end around fund management. The tax statement update this year was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, and again, this is a bit of a looking back, but we launched some big updates to our tax statements in kind of mid-January, I believe, or maybe late January. And then we just launched better fund management, so the ability to kind of create the missions fund, building fund, general fund, tithes, offerings. Like, we made that much easier. We gave you the ability to archive things, to hide things, much more functionality in the fund management section of Tithely. We made a bunch of updates to check scanning. So we launched check scanning probably 9 months ago or something like that. So a lot of churches are still scanning checks. Surprisingly, people are mailing in their checks to the office, or they're going to be putting checks in the plate here in the near future. So our check scanning platform got some big updates. And the transaction list, so where a lot of you go to look up transactions or look at all your giving, filtering, reporting, looking things up. There's a bunch of updates just to the UI, the user experience of that part of the product to make it easier to kind of run different reports and filter things. So tons of kind of back-end updates just got done.
Love it. So to kick things off, we've got our very own and much loved
Let's go.
John
Holtkamp.
Yeah.
Let's go, John.
We have a major update coming out for Tithely Pay, which will be launching in Q2 of 2021. We're loving the excitement around Tithely Pay, and the feedback has been incredible. If you're one of the many churches using Tithely Pay, then you've seen us push out multiple updates since we launched Tithely Pay late last year. And this next update is the biggest yet. The most common feedback we've been getting about Tithely Pay is that churches love how easy it is to use, and it's about to get even easier. With this update, we'll be introducing a completely new look with the goal of making it as quick and easy as possible for volunteers to begin processing transactions. But the biggest change coming to Tithely Pay is the addition of the Tithely Pay store. Now you'll be able to create items, apply tax, and even categorize items to create a custom checkout experience just for your church. And this is just the beginning for Tithely Pay. I cannot wait to show you where we're going later this year. This is just barely touching the tip of the iceberg for everything going on with all of our Tithely Giving products. I just want to personally thank you for partnering with us as we help people grow in generosity together.
Tithely Pay.
Tithely Pay.
So we started working on this.
Can we start with John, though?
Yeah,
John is a legend.
He's a legend.
Everybody loves John Holtkamp.
Inside of our company, he presents a lot of stuff when we do our product management meetings, and he's so passionate. He's actually a genius too, because
Yep.
he's
an engineer.
He's an engineer and built our apps platform from the ground up. But
Yep.
now he's in finance and running that really well. So I'm really excited about this. So think Square, right? So everybody's familiar with Square. You can take credit cards. It's got a little store. This is what we do through our friends at Stripe. You can essentially download the app. So you just search Tithely Pay on the App Store.
Yep.
And then inside the app, you can order one of these.
That's right.
Now, because of our incredible friendship partnership with Visa, that would be the global company,
Yep.
Visa.
Visa.
We were talking to them. We said, hey, listen, we've got this product, and we've got these little, credit card. You can swipe, tap, insert into these little devices. Would you help us? We'd like to give away 500 of these to our customers.
And I don't know if the camera can see it. Let's show it right over here.
And they're like, sure, no worries, let's do it.
Right. So they helped us brand these.
They helped us brand them. We've got 500 of these to give away. Now, here's what you got to do. There's a QR code.
Yep.
Scan it. There's a little form. Tell us how you're going to use it. We just don't want to give them away willy-nilly.
Like these cost us money.
These are
right.
Yeah,
so
I think we sell them ordinarily. They're $69, $72, whatever.
Something right. I want to say 49.
But we've got 500
free
free ones, right? Yeah. So if you're back in church, you got a bookstore, you're doing coffee. So many churches doing a little cafe now.
Yeah, but you might be taking, registrations for an event,
for events.
Absolutely, like a bake sale.
Donuts.
Yeah, donuts, a bake sale, there's all kinds of things that you might use this for.
Why would you not use this and have some other point of sale system that's not talking to your back end? Because you use this, it all comes in for the admins into the one spot.
Yeah, right. So you take transactions on Tithely Pay, super easy interface on your phone. You saw some great updates, including the shop.
The shop's cool.
Right, the shop is super cool, so you can have all your stuff kind of listed in the shop.
Right.
But all the transactions, all the giving comes right into your Tithely backend where you can see everything. So one interface, instead of having to go over here to Square, or any number of other...
Or a merchant services account with Bank of America, and you've got some terminal that you're paying for. You get one of these.
We have the best dongle on the market.
Best dongle on the market. Don't start with dongles. Unbelievable. Okay, so here's the moment, guys. I just want to talk about, in the past 6 years, our humble giving form that essentially was built by Barn, my son.
Very functional.
Very functional. We beautified it a little bit, put a little bit of lipstick on it over the years, but essentially it is
debatable.
Not changed.
We realize.
We realize. So, but essentially unchanged for 6 years. Let me tell you the exciting news. It works without fail, like 99.99999% of the time. Never goes down.
Processed billions.
Right? And it's processed billions of dollars. So we're very proud of our original product.
Absolutely.
But today, and I've got to say, a lot of competitors looked at our simple product and have modeled off it. And that's fine. Best form of flattery is when people copy your features. Cover the fees that, we were the first to introduce right there in line on the giving form.
Yep.
Brings everyone's costs down that we love to do. So today, we are upgrading and totally transforming the giving experience for the donor. Yep. And so...
Brand new.
And
it's on our phones.
We've got the alpha versions right here.
I know you're chatting, but we have it on our phones.
Yeah.
It's in a tool that Apple gives us access to called Test Flight. So we have people in it today using it, playing around with it, testing it.
We'll talk about Rollout here in a minute, but
that's right.
John Holtkamp, take it away.
Tithely was founded with a focus on giving. Our goal has always been to help churches simplify the process of giving, to remove hurdles for people as they grow in generosity. These last 12 months have proven more than ever how important our tools are for churches, and we're so grateful for the opportunity to partner with tens of thousands of churches across the globe as we navigate this difficult season together. And with our tools being more important than ever, I'm so excited to show you updates coming to the Giving app, the Giving form, and Tithely Pay. Let's start with the Giving app. In this last year, we've introduced some great tools like our People product, as well as updated features to existing tools like recurring giving. But our Giving app hasn't fully implemented these changes yet, but that's all about to change. You'll see an update rolling out for the Giving app over the coming months, which introduces a new core giving experience and also allows people at your church to update their contact information directly in the Giving app, and those changes will propagate across all Tithely products. This means that on a Sunday morning, you can ask people to pull out their phones, take a selfie, and update their contact information, and in a matter of 30 seconds, you've updated your entire church database. And even better, our People product is free for all churches using Tithely Giving, and Tithely Giving is free for all churches. But with this being the Giving app, our main focus is obviously on the giving experience. And this update includes a new, seamless, intuitive giving experience, as well as some great changes to reoccurring giving, which allows donors to be able to set an end date for recurring gifts, to easily change payment methods, and to even set a skip date for reoccurring gifts, so that if a member of your church experiences a hard time, they can set to skip a week of gifts, a month of gifts, or any time period. So after that time passes, their recurring gifts will continue. And in the near future, we'll also launch the ability for you to send push notifications to your entire church through the Giving app. We also wanted to make sure that as people are updating or downloading the Giving app for the first time, that it's as easy as possible for people to access the app. So people who are already using the current Giving app, when they update to the new version, they'll automatically be logged in and ready to give to your church. And for people that download the Giving app for the first time, it's easier than ever for them to log in because now we've implemented Facebook, Google, and Apple login.
Mate,
So pumped.
I'm blown away.
Like, so pumped.
There's a lot to unpack here, so let's talk about it a little bit. So the actual giving experience, which we'll break down a little bit more in a minute. But did you notice? And I was talking to a church administrator this week, and I told them that in both the free giving app and inside custom app, your photo is there as the donor.
Right.
There I was. They were using me, and I could literally tap my profile and update my address, update my email, my phone number.
Your address, email, phone, marital status, birthday.
All the things that you as a church leader are craving to be updated, but spend so many frustrating hours getting people to fill out forms. Can we have the membership Sunday? And we get all that data. Now, through the Giving app and through the custom app, they can literally update all their personal stuff, and it goes automatically into people.
I mean, you just said membership Sunday, and I'm like, yes, like get like your stuff updated all the time, and naturally people will keep that stuff updated because
it's important.
It's important to them. It's also tied to their giving. But even taking a step back, it showed it on screen briefly. But now, before you had to kind of put the app on your phone, use a username and password. Where now we let people log in with their Google account, log in with their Facebook account, log in with their Apple account, or you can obviously log in with your existing Tithely account or create a new account with your email if you want, right? So just by pulling, everybody does this now. You log in with Google or you log in with Facebook, and Apple just released their version recently where you can log in with Apple.
All built in.
All built in. It connects to your Tithely account. And so now it's going to pull your social media picture, and that makes it easy on people. It's going to pull your name. It's going to pull your email. We just made it so much easier to get into the app, especially for first-time users, so they come in and their profiles are kind of up to date.
That's a good point. So one of the things that we worked really hard on is we have hundreds of thousands of these apps out there with people using these apps.
Giving on them every week.
Every day.
Pulling this app up,
And so we wanted to be very thoughtful how we roll this app out. Just behind the scenes, what the engineers were able to do is that when, we know your last gift, where you gave it, and what card you used. And so when you get the new app on your phone, we're going to connect to that data.
It's all there. So
it's all there.
If I log in as Frank Berry, it's going to load my stuff and my church and all the things. So
I said to the team, I don't want anyone having to re-log in and remember their password. It had to be done seamlessly. And those guys are geniuses, and we got that done. So that's really massive.
That's a big deal. The other big deal, obviously the UI.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And we'll show you some more of that in a minute.
Yeah, it's beautiful, functional, all the things. But we added the ability to edit a recurring gift.
Yeah, we've had that request for a while.
That's been on the list for 6 years.
Yeah,
probably. It's been there. It's been a thing. We had some back-end technical stuff that we had to sort out. We got it sorted out. It's launching with this update.
Stop, pause, all built in.
It's a big update that we're excited to launch for all of our giving customers.
Awesome. So I think
jump to the next thing.
Yeah.
So that was the kind of free giving app, right? So that whole experience is going to be updated. We're going to talk to you a little bit about our launch plan kind of coming up here. But we also do custom church apps, and we have thousands of customers that use our custom church app. And they put their sermons and their calendar of events and their staff pages and all the stuff in this custom church app. It's a fantastic product. But the giving experience, similarly, hasn't been touched in a long time. Also, if you go look at any custom church app out there, giving kind of pops out of the app. And so what we wanted to do is bring this update for our core giving app into our custom church apps. So I believe Therese is going to jump back up here, and Therese is going to talk a little bit about giving in custom church apps.
As John mentioned earlier, our giving app has a whole new experience, and it's important to us at Tithely to give you a consistent experience over in the church app. Your profile in the church app, it now also updates right into our Free People product, And we too have built that same seamless, intuitive giving experience, connecting the new giving form into the church app.
Okay, so that
Love
means
that.
a few things, and I think we're going to bring the slide up of the different things. We'll go into this, but inside the custom church app.
Yep.
And by the way, if you don't have a custom church app and you're on the fence, like, why do I need that? I've got a website. Why do I need that? In the next 6 months, church apps largely before this point, and all of our competitors and even us, was a kind of a point of consumption. I'm going to go listen to the sermon.
It was content.
It's
That's
content,
how I like to think about
right?
it. Yep.
I'm going to go consume this. There wasn't a whole lot of other reasons to go and interact within the custom church app. That's all changing today.
Yep.
Firstly, with the inbuilt giving process inside the custom app,
Right.
my profile is inside the app. So church administrators, now, if you've got a church app, a custom app, you can update that database in the same way by everybody is going to be logged in. They're going to either create an account for the first time, log in with the login credential, tap their profile, update their profile, automatically save to people.
Right.
Seamless and beautiful.
I mean, having the custom church app at a church, giving just got a massive upgrade. You're kind of seeing some slides on the screen, but it being tied to your member database. So when somebody installs the church app, they create a profile.
Right.
It's tied to your member database. You've got all their kind of essential information. And then one day they start giving. Now you've got their giving information tied to them. And then we've got some future things coming that we're really excited about.
Oh, like you don't even want to know what's coming. Now that the individual, and just go back to that slide, guys. I just want to go through that giving experience. So you can see there, I put my $500 in. This is Frank. He's a very generous giver. Oh, it's actually me. I'm a generous giver. And then there's a few things that you want the person to do in the giving flow. So is this a one-time gift? Is this a weekly gift? Is this like, so boom, I'm going to choose that. And if I chose every week, then I would just put in my date ranges in a beautiful interface. Then once I hit that, it automatically slides up in this beautiful card UI that is just so gorgeous. I've been playing with it on my phone. And now I'm going to choose the fund.
Yep.
And I literally tap,
But I think to make it really clear, there's kind of two things. Number one, this is all happening natively in-app.
Right.
So the user has not left to go to the browser. They're doing it all in-app. And they're doing it in a way that I can literally, I can be holding it with one hand and tapping this with my thumb, right? Which is like, you're trying to optimize for mobile phone usage and you want it to be used, like,
We've been
you want it
very
to
thoughtful
be
about
really
this.
easy. And like, phones are getting kind of big, so like using your thumb is getting hard to tap way up into the top right of the screen, right? So we wanted to make it really easy to do this like kind of tabbed-based flow. I can use one finger to really tap really quick. And I can go back if I want to go to one of these kind of,
slide the card down.
I didn't want it to be weekly, I wanted it to be monthly, and I just tap back on that and it slides down. So we wanted this interface to be really mobile friendly and modern, like kind of mobile in today's world, not mobile 5 years ago, 8 years ago.
Exactly. And so the faster and easier you make it, the more it gets used.
Absolutely.
And so then I get to this screen, so I have my credit or debit cards preloaded in. I can flick, let's say I've got 2 or 3 cards in the wallet. I want to choose a different card. Let's say
you might have a credit card or a debit card or your bank account, and you might, you can
ACH.
pick
I'm going to link my Bank of America, Wells, whatever the hundreds of banks we support. I'm going to put that straight in, and then I'm going to hit that giving button. There's a little confirmation. Hey, this is what you're doing. Boom, out it goes. You don't ever see it, and it's happening behind the scenes. And we've just processed a gift in the most modern, fastest, beautiful way available on the planet. So that is going to be, we feel, a game changer in so many different areas. A lot of it to do with the ease of giving, but connected to the people database, connected into apps. It's really opening the door for a lot of stuff.
And I think for every size church, right? Like that's at the core of what we want to do is you could be a 50-member church using Tithely Giving. Now you've got Tithely People, and it's giving is tied to that system, and it's all woven together. So you've just got this great, really simple, really cost-effective suite of solutions that gives you kind of people management, all your giving, all in one place.
So finally, we're going to hear from John one more time, and this is connected to some stuff we're going to show you around recurring and the giving form.
And the web giving side of things. So that was the giving app.
Right.
Now we're going to go web giving.
So on every website of every church customer, this form is coming for a big update. Take it away, John.
But we know that only a portion of your church uses the giving app for giving through Tithely. And because of that, we've put just as much attention on the giving form. Something we wanted to optimize with the giving form is the donor login experience. A donor will still have the ability to log in with their email address and password, but now they can also set up SMS verification or log in with Facebook, Google, or Apple. And just like the giving app, the giving form will now integrate our people product, allowing members of your church to update their contact information from any computer using the giving form. And that updated contact information will propagate across all Tithely products. The giving form will also give donors access to all of our new features with recurring giving, including the ability to set an end date, to easily update payment methods, and to set a period of time to skip gifts. We're so excited about all of these product updates, but what we're even more excited about is the fact that we will continue pushing out updates regularly for the giving app and the giving form to ensure that people at your church have the best donor experience possible.
Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. On the web,
Massive.
a lot of our giving happens through church websites.
Yep.
And so we worked very hard, and you're not using a finger or a thumb, you've got a mouse. And so you're navigating through the giving form. It's a beautiful form. I love the extra security stuff on the 2FA that we put in there.
Two-factor authentication.
Very, very cool. Connected to people database again. Again, another point of entry for me as a member to update my data, pushes across to people. You see where we're going with this, guys, and all happening in the single database in the cloud for you as administrators in the people app.
Yeah, just, that update, again, like the giving app, just modernize the UI. What you didn't see there is some of the controls that you'll have behind the scenes in terms of the branding, the colors, the styles, things like that are coming.
Like we had before, but even better.
But even better, yeah, absolutely better, more modern. It's still going to keep you have the option to have the giving page load on your website.
Yep.
That's a critical part, but you can also link out, right, to our standalone page. So all the same kind of ways that you can put giving in your site still exist. Right. Just looks better, functions better, and a lot of thought's been put into kind of the UI to make that giving experience beautiful.
So let's talk about the rollout. And this is really important. So obviously this was an important product update because we've really transformed the way people are going to interact with our giving form, both in-app and on the web.
Yep.
And so we're doing something pretty thoughtful. We've got alpha testers right now. We've got about 20 phones. All of our engineers have got it. Yep. And we've been playing with it a lot. And some of we call them Tithely fans, they've got this app. So this is alpha testing, all going really well. The next phase, and we'd like for you guys to get involved in the beta.
That's right.
Because we want hundreds of testers, because this gets used by hundreds of thousands of people.
The QR code on the screen.
Get the QR code, and you can fill out that form. And if you want to help us be really early adopting this new whole giving experience, just fill out the form and let us know.
Yeah, I think the point here is there's literally hundreds of thousands of people using these products on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Mm-hmm. It is the core thing that all of you guys use Tithely for. So we didn't want to just launch this thing into the wild.
Just drop this new app and go boom.
We're methodically doing this. Like Dean said, we've got alpha testers. We're going to open up the kind of private beta probably to a small set of customers,
Throughout April?
Yeah, throughout the month of April. I'm sure we'll learn some things through that phase. We might have 100, 200 churches come in over the course of April, and then sometime in May is when we'll start slowly launching it. So
even that, we're being cautious.
Right. So we're not going to just... Apple lets you kind of roll things out in a pretty thoughtful way. So we're not going to launch it to 100% of people all on the launch day. What we're going to do is, we might launch it to 1% of the app installs. Right. So, there might be a very small number of people that get it on day one. Right. And we might let that 1% live for a week. and just see, are we getting any
Because
feedback?
we've got background software watching the behavior of how this app is being used, and we're going to learn a lot.
We're going to learn, and then, maybe things go perfect in week 1, and then in week 2, we open it up to 5% of people. And then in week 3, it opens up to 15% of people. And we'll just kind of watch it. Right. So it might go perfectly, and in May, we get this thing all the way out to 100% of users. Or we might learn things and have to fix things and all that, but we're doing it in a really thoughtful way because it's giving, it's your finances, it's the core of what we do, and we want to make sure it goes really, really well.
Yeah, it's we've done a lot of testing, so we're not worried about transactions not working. We're just looking for these little UI experiences that we're going to gain from our customers, and we just want this to be the best, the most beautiful giving experience for our customers.
And this is how, if you use Facebook or Instagram or Amazon or pick an app, this is how they all do it.
They incrementally do the update.
They don't roll out an update to all of their users all at once. They get kind of portions of their audience get the update, they see how it goes, and then they roll it out to more, or they adapt if they learn some things.
Absolutely. So we're coming to a close. I think we're doing really well on time. We're going to go a little over an hour.
I think we have more giveaways.
We
Hold
do.
on.
I think there's 2 MacBook Pro winners and more swag than you know what to throw a sheep at.
Okay, we did Pam and Josiah. Okay, 3 more swag winners. The swag is cool, you guys. Like, we launched this swag a few months back, and people are loving it, especially like Tithely employees and all of our families. Okay, 3 more swag winners. These are sweatshirts. We've got Dora Sanchez Hernandez from Minister International El Shaddai. Did I say that right? I think I did. Nailed it. Okay, that's number 1, Dora. And then Clay Bittner from Grace Fellowship Warman. And Char Hollowell from Christ Nations Church. So Dora, Clay, and Char, congratulations on winning some swag.
Wear it with pride. 2 MacBook.
We got MacBook Pros, and these are obviously the big ones. So
yeah, these are serious. Like, these are, how much are these things?
You do the first one. I'll do the second one.
Okay. Give me the hard one. Actually, it's really easy. So MacBook Pro coming to Tammy Lewis,
and a year free of Tithely All Access. So
come on.
You get Tithely free for a year as well.
Tammy Lewis from Antioch Baptist Church. You are getting.
I think Antioch Baptist has been a customer for a long time.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. Tammy, MacBook coming to you. So really awesome.
And the next one, Philip Wilson from Bonilla Westside Community Church. Congratulations, Philip. MacBook Pro coming your way.
Maybe the last thing to go out with is we've shown you different products, and if you go to our website, you'll see all the stuff that we've built and building, and it's always getting better. What we want to do as a promotion for the month of April.
That's right.
If you are not an All Access customer, it's $99 a month, which, by the way, if you stack up your website, your giving, your text messaging platform, your app, and every other thing that we'll give you for $99, you're probably paying $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 a month for. So already it's awesome. We charge a one-time setup fee of $149, but for the month of April, that's waived.
It's going to go to 0.
So we're going to actually give it back to you. So you're going to go there. We're going to refund the $149, and you could get everything for Tithely with no setup fee, $99 a month.
$0 setup fee if you sign up in the month of April.
Yep.
Team will get on it. Last time we did this, explosion. So, we love to do it. The $149 setup fee is because our team we have work that our team's doing to get things set up behind the scenes and all that.
When you think about it, though, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, you get an app set up, you get a website built. Like, it's not like DIY, do it all yourself and figure it out. Yeah. We actually have live people
team members
help you launch these products so you can get them out the door, get them live in the wild and working.
So no setup fee in April. And then it's only $99 a month. And you don't even pay that $99 in the first 30 days. You pay it kind of the second 30 days. So first 30 days is free, no setup fee. And you get access to everything. So you might just want to use websites and apps and not the other stuff. Or you might want to use...
You might not set up the app for a few months. That's
right.
Fine.
That's right. But it's yours for life. So
100%. What a great day, mate.
Fantastic.
What a birthday this is for you.
I mean, this is a good day. This is a good day. I get to be with good people. Yep. We get to go live to our customers and launch some really amazing... Updating the giving products brings us a lot of joy and kind of like, I don't even know what the word is. Yeah, it feels really good to do this because we've got customers that have been with us for 6 years.
Right.
and
been very patient.
Very patient, very faithful, very just awesome customers. Yeah. And we feel like these updates, you guys deserve them. So we're excited to launch them for you. So it's cool to do it on the birthday.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to be back. We're going to release the date soon. We're going to do 3 of these events this year. Next one's probably going to be in July, so look out for that. But thank you so much for everything you do for us. We love working hard for you guys. We love building software that makes your life easier. We love building giving products that make generosity easier. And it's a joy to be serving the local church, the only hope of the world in this incredible hour. We need the church in revival.
And just a massive shout out to, we've got about 125 staff.
All of our great employees.
We get to sit up here and do this event and celebrate it all, but there's 125 people
working hard.
That worked amazingly hard. They just crushed it. So super grateful for that whole team and all the people that are probably watching live right now. You guys are amazing.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. God bless.
With Tithely Giving, churches can receive donations from virtually anywhere. 6 different ways to give means giving just got a whole lot easier. The free mobile giving app allows anyone to give in just a few seconds. Users can designate a donation to more than one fund, make a special one-time gift, or set up automated gifts. And keep in mind that people who sign up for recurring gifts give an average of 42% more per year than those who don't. That's good news for churches. There's also text giving, website donations, check scanning for those who still like to give the old-fashioned way, and a tool that allows church staff to process credit cards as well as record cash and check giving. Tithely Giving can even transform a tablet or laptop into a mobile giving kiosk. Now with the redesigned app in web form, Tithely Giving is only getting better. And because giving is connected to the entire Tithely product line, it's more powerful than ever before. Did someone donate for the first time or make a large gift? Trigger automatic notifications so you can send a quick note of thanks. Need help generating year-end giving statements for your entire congregation? Tithely Giving makes tax reporting quick and easy. Does your church use QuickBooks? Tithely Giving integrates directly with QuickBooks to save you hours of accounting time. And when you update account information in one place, it flows seamlessly across the entire Tithely platform of tools built to help you run your church. Giving to your church should be meaningful, simple, and fast. That's why we built a complete set of digital giving tools for your church. Get started today for free